What's up guys, my name is Jimmy Champagne and today I'm here with my review of Camera Obscura. It's a new movie from Chiller Films and it stars Chris Denham as Jack Zeller, Nadia Babaleva as Claire, and Noah Segan as Walt. It was directed and co-written by Aaron B. Kuntz and this is his first directorial role and it's alright. So the main character in this movie is Jack. He's a professional photographer and he just got back from photographing a war and he has PTSD. His girlfriend Claire is working at an auction and she buys him a new camera as a gift, but it's not really a new camera, it's a very old camera. At first, Jack is apprehensive about picking up the camera again, but after a year, he's ready to do it and he starts taking pictures. Things take a dark turn though when he gets the film developed because it comes back with each roll having one picture of a dead person in the future. At first, he really doesn't know what to make of it, but then his loved ones start showing up in the pictures and it's a wild ride from there, let me tell you. There's two major things that hold this movie back and they're kind of working in tandem to even bring it down farther. The first is the screenplay and it's fine, I guess. It's not good and it's not bad, it just kind of hovers somewhere in the middle there. We've seen this before and it would be fine if the acting was at least decent, but for the most part, everyone besides Noah Segan is terrible. A lot of the actors in the cast have very thick Eastern European accents and they don't know how to navigate the English language very well. The actor who plays Claire is given a ton of dialogue in this movie and a lot of it is unnecessary. It feels like it's just stretching out the runtime and honestly I think the movie suffers for it because when she's in these emotional moments where she's professing her love to her boyfriend or trying to fight with him, it just doesn't work because she doesn't know how to say a lot of the words right. Denham on the other hand just needs to work on how he delivers his lines. He always speaks in this like really quiet tone like this and I know he's trying to come off like caring and supportive, but it just comes off kind of creepy and weird and I know it's not intentionally like that and it really bothered me throughout the movie. Weirdly though, these actors do a really good job with the screenplay's dad jokes that pop up every 5 minutes. Honestly, at the points where I was gonna turn it off, there was a dad joke that saved it and I laughed at nearly all of them. Honestly, I don't know why they got to me so much, but I really liked all the jokes in this movie. As I mentioned earlier, Noah Segan is a standout. I love that dude. He was in Cabin Fever 2 and Dead Girl. He's just funny, he's charismatic, and I like every movie he's in, and he doesn't disappoint here at all. Thankfully, a lot of that cringy dialogue only really pops up in the first act when they're setting up the plot, but in the second act, when the killing starts happening, things really just get rolling, and there's not a lot of dialogue to really take you back out of the movie. Most of the kill scenes in this movie are surprisingly awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I liked a lot of them, especially the ones that involve fake blood. I know they went the cheap route in this movie, but it has this goopy, sticky texture to it that kind of just makes it grosser than other fake blood that I've seen in other movies, and I like that. The kill scenes that don't work, again, are the more personal ones. There's a lot of personal moments in this movie that really drag it down, and the reason they don't work is because the acting is so bad that people can't even fake being choked to death. The composer Steve Moore's synth-heavy soundtrack is almost too good for this movie, and I don't say that to be mean, it just sounds like it belongs in a top-tier, big-budget horror movie. Even though it sounds like I have a lot of complaints about this movie, and granted, I think I do, I actually really enjoyed watching it. I had a lot of fun. It works better as a blood-soaked comedic descent into madness rather than a psychological thriller. I think the biggest problem with this movie is that the creators wanted to do something really cool with this movie, but they were given just too small a budget to actually do it. I mentioned that the comedic moments work and the soundtrack was awesome, but the acting just isn't there and the shot work is kind of sloppy and it just doesn't really ever come together into what they wanted it to be. So it's kind of weird, but this movie is actually out in theaters today. Would I recommend going to see it in the movie theater? No, I wouldn't. But its saving grace is that they're releasing it digitally on June 13th, so if you're just looking for something to watch at home, I think you can rent this thing for a couple bucks and then I think it's definitely worth it. So normally I would give this movie a C, but I'm gonna bump it up to a C+ because I really appreciate the risks that were taken to try and make this movie good on its shoestring budget. So there you have it guys, that's my review of Camera Obscura. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to see another horror movie review, I just posted a review of a found footage movie that's also kind of a documentary called Hell House LLC, and you can find that right here. As always guys, I'm Jimmy Champagne and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.